So listen, this was also the time frame when AJ and Dixie Carter storyline was going on, and Surge is involved. Both of you, and I'd like to hear from both of you on this topic. Had to think this is some silly stuff, or what's going through your head with this whole storyline?
Well, I can speak from firsthand knowledge, being right in the mix of it and knowing where. So this story, it's legendary, the whole Claire Lynch thing. However, in the genesis of this idea, it was me, AJ, CD, and Eric Bischoff and Jason Hervey working really hands-on. And let me just say, the idea we had would have been really good, but it got sideways because somebody in the office didn't like an aspect of it. So it took a left turn and then another left and another left and went off in a direction that, hell, I don't even know. So yeah, it got silly, but the intent and the direction that we had all intended would have been really good and dark and deep. And I think we'd be having a whole different conversation had it played out. We all envisioned it, but that's wrestling, man.
Well, yeah. Not to ask you this, but what did you envision?
So the idea was we were trying to frame AJ for having this affair with Dixie, and ultimately it ended up, it wasn't Dixie, but it was a Carter relative. And it was did not like this idea at all. So they're kind of the ones that poo-pooed it and kiboshed it. And it just, once we took the Carter element out of it, the story, it just had no teeth, man. We had to we had to pivot, and we had all these other ideas coming in. So it just kind of went awry. But, I to this day, I'll say that even though, what we were given was not the best, I think all of us, in ring and in terms of promos and vignettes, knocked it out of the park.
And everybody seemed to be a team player about it, right? AJ and, whatever, even if it did go sideways, everybody stuck with it and was a team player the whole way through.
Because
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, how it is, Kurt, especially, when you're involved in something, even if it's something you're doing begrudgingly or something you don't, our job is to make chicken salad. That's what we always say. You make chicken salad, and and our names are attached to this, and we have pride in what we do. So anytime we're out there in the ring cutting a promo backstage, we're trying to do our absolute best, man.
And we all worked as a team. There was no
Absolutely.
There was no me and you. It was always us. That's what made TNA so special.